And we are live. We are back. Work is done. I'm about to eat my chili that I made. Thanks to Jim giving me the idea to make it with some white rice. It's cooling off in front of me. Should be ready to eat soon. So let me get all the pop-outs done. Then we'll go on TikTok. I should call Mark and see if he's going live tonight, so I can let everybody know. It's still early. It's only 8. He won't go on for a few more hours. Where's TikTok now? Alright, that's done. Let's close out some browser windows. Clean up. Good. I can't imagine what that is. I don't want to know what that is. Okay, TikTok. Let me try my chili first. Oh, I'm gonna make a mess. Oh, this is steaming. I just made my chili. It took a few hours. Oh my God, that's good. It's a meat chili. Meat and beans. Oh, it's so good. Mmm. Okay, let's do it. And hello to those on TikTok. Let me put the screen over here. So, I'm eating the chili that I mentioned that I was going to make earlier today. Literally, this is my first time eating it today. Just got done. And it's so good. It's over white rice. Oh my God, it's delicious. Mmm. Anyway, I wrote a song, but I'm gonna need help because there are 4 versions of the song with the same lyrics, and I don't know which one I like the most. So I'm gonna leave it to all of you, mostly on TikTok because it's usually a lot quieter on the other ones. Let me get some soda. Now, the name of the song is The Power of Z. Power of Z. I wrote this song dedicated, and I hope it inspires, Gen Z. I wrote it tonight, about 2 hours ago. So this song is for the Gen Z. I'm gonna play now. There's 4 versions. I don't know which one I like. I only heard it once. I wrote the lyrics, but there are 4 different versions. I don't know which one I like the best. So this is gonna, because I just finished doing work. So I want to hear them again. I'm gonna share them on the screen so you can see the lyrics. But I'm really curious which one I like the most, because like I said, I made them, then I had to work right away. So I'm not sure which one I like. I just created them, and then I said I like that one, I like this one, I like that one. So there's 4 of them. And I'm gonna play the first one now. And I'm gonna share it on this screen. And get the audio set. So again, the name of the song is Power of Z. It's for Gen Z. I wrote it for that reason.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point. Literal or figurative. Swimming with the riptide. Choosing the alternative.
Those decide our fate with no care or consequence. Dank smell of low tide. The odor seems ominous. Storm clouds around us. When we recede, a glimmering sign of hope. Future we believe.
We will not repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last. Division has fallen, unity has set us free. Never.
I can already tell you I'm not crazy about that version. Let's try version 2. Because again, it's my songs. So let me try the second one. Let's see how this one sounds.
Repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last. Division is falling, unity has set us free. Never looking back. We are the power of Z. We are the power of Z.
listen to the other versions. That one's alright. There's 4. You see this one? I just made these a little while ago. I only heard them once. I think I'm gonna like this one.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the power.
What's up, Kali Nick? This is for Gen Z.
Climate at a boiling point, literal or figurative. Swimming with the riptide, choosing the alternative. Those decide our fate with no care or consequence. Dank smell of low tide, the odor seems ominous. Storm clouds around us, when will it recede? A glimmering sign of hope, future we believe. We will not repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last. Division is falling, unity has set us free. Never looking back, we are the power of tea. We are the power of communities of diversity, tolerant of all who dwell, respecting opposite opinions, lifting voices of those who fell, pushed by ignorance. We will be heard, shaping the future, forgetting the absurd. Families and neighborhoods coexist in peace. No threat of hostility, misinformation has ceased. Working on relations, communications, rebirth. Bringing the world together, harmonic frequencies on earth. We will not repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last. Division is falling, unity has set us free. Never looking back, we are the power of tea. We are the power of tea.
I like that version the best. Now, I hope, I am optimistic that this current young generation learns from what is going on today with the staleness, the ignorance, the intolerance, the division, and changes the future and makes it more of a place of unity, compromise, communication, and togetherness with the power of love, compassion, caring for one another. I am I don't want to say I'm optimistic that you all hold the key to our future and change the insanity, the absurdity that is going on today. Make your voices heard. Get out there. You represent the future. You can change the future. You don't have to settle for the status quo of what's going on right now. This song is dedicated to all of you and the power that you all have. Use that power for good. Use that power to bring people together. And again, learn. Learn and remember what you're going through right now, because one day you will have families and children of your own. Do you want them growing up in an environment that you're living in today? Think about that, because you are the future. You hold the key to how this country moves forward. Not old ideas, not old thoughts, ignorance, intolerance. That's why I wrote this song for all of you. The Power of Z, Gen Z. Vote, go out there, make the change, start the processes. You got to remember, those that are in control right now are old ideas. We need that fresh, new beginning. Communication, compromise. That used to be a thing. That actually existed at one point. I'm hoping that you all make that happen in the future for the benefit for all. Because just look around you. Now in the lyrics, when I wrote the lyrics, which I do have them, I'll break down what I was meaning, because a lot of it is metaphorical. The sun is rising, the dawn of a new day. Over a roaring sea. It's a stormy sea. There's a lot going on around us. The glimpse of our innocence. The innocence of youth. A lot of experience that you're still going to have in life. You may not have been exposed to the ignorance and the intolerance yet, or been manipulated by the media or social media or other means. You still have somewhat of an independent thought process, I would hope. You are the powers to be. You are the future. Now look at this. Climate at a boiling point. Literally and figuratively. Because we are living in heated times. Look at the politics. It's at a boiling point between one side and the other. Swimming with the riptide. I got caught in a riptide once. It's not a fun experience. And choosing the alternative. Don't swim against it, swim along with it. Those deciding your fate right now, they don't care about your future or the consequences of their actions today, because they'll pass the buck down to all of you and your children. The dank smell of low tide. What does that mean? We live in such, and it says the odor seems ominous. Things are such at a low point. Things are in the gutter. Everything is foul. In general, there's so much foulness, so much negative, dark, anger, even hatred. The storm clouds around us. Yes, there's a lot going on. When will it recede? When will this come down? When will the storm subside? A glimmering sign of hope. There's always the light at the end of the tunnel. There has to be a glimmer of hope for the future. A future that you believe in. Change for the betterment. We will not repeat or ignore the past. You see, there's a lot of that going on. Trying to rewrite history. Ignoring the past or the lessons of the past. The power of love and compromise at last. Because there is none. Now, unity is the key. Bringing people together, not dividing. Bringing people together. So that's not my car. And the unity will set you all free, because it's going to bring you all together in peace. You are the power of Z. Gen Z, you are the future. Communities of diversity. You don't know how a lot of communities do not want diversity. They want to remain. It's almost a fear, the unknown, or the stereotypes. They don't want diversity. They look at that as an impurity. To coexist in peace despite our differences, whether they're our opinions, our faith, who we love, what we look like, how we speak, where we're from. Hostilities come down when there's peace. There's no threat of that, as far as that's concerned, in a social manner. And all this misinformation has ceased. It's a new point, because there's so much misinformation out there. People are so confused. And keep on building on relationships. It's always something that you constantly got to work on. Building bridges, not destroying them. Communications rebirth, because there is none now. People talk, they don't listen. They think they're right, everybody else is wrong. Communication is the key. You need to bring that back. The rebirth of communicating. Compromise. Speaking to one another. Listening to one another. And despite the nonsense that they say about a global new world order, you want everyone to live in harmony on this planet. Not the insanity that's going on. Look at what's going on in the world today with all the tense situations, wars. Just look at it. It's a mess everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's a mess. Harmonic frequencies on Earth. I think that speaks for itself. Harmony. Throughout the earth. A more peaceful, coexisting earth. Do you realize how much happens on this planet every day? How many people are suffering out there? Whether it's war, famine, poverty, whatever it is. So many. You can go on and on. And then the chorus again. Don't repeat it. Learn from it. Obviously, we're not learning from our past discretions. We want to try to erase it and replace it with some kind of a new way of being. The power of love is so important, and compromise. Talking to each other. Despite the differences, it's important to work together. And again, the unity will set you free. People just coming together, helping each other. Your communities, your neighbors, your family. The people, like I said, that have a difference of opinion than you. But you respect them. You don't look down on them. You don't talk down on them. You don't judge them. You just talk and listen. And you are the power of Z, Gen Z. You have that ability to make the changes in our future. Not just for yourselves, but for your children. Remember what's going on around you right now. Do you want this for your children? Is this the future you want to see? With how divided we are. And people are at each other, attacking each other, degrading each other, demonizing each other. All the negative stuff that's going on. Am I hopeful for change? Yes. Will it happen soon? No. I don't believe that. Because right now it's like a back and forth thing. It really is. It needs to stop. It really does. We have to come together. So that's why I wrote this song for all of you, Gen Z, and a positive message So that's how when I wrote that song today, that's how I broke it up in my mind, the messaging. And I'm going to play it again. I think it's important.
We are the pirate team. The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point, literal or figurative. Swimming with the riptide, choosing the alternative. Those decide our fate with no care or consequence. Dank smell of low tide, the odor seems ominous. Storm clouds around us, when will it recede? A glimmering sign of hope, future we believe. We will not repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last. Division is falling, unity has set us free. Never looking back, we are the power team. We are the power Communities of diversity, tolerant of all who dwell, respecting opposite opinions, lifting voices of those who fell, pushed by ignorance. We will be heard, shaping the future, forgetting the absurd. Families and neighborhoods coexist in peace. No threat of hostility, misinformation has ceased. Working on relations, communications, rebirth. Bringing the world together, harmonic frequencies on earth. We will not repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last. Division is falling, unity has set us free. Never looking back, we are the power team. We are the power team. We are the power
That's my mic drop. That's my mic drop. So, and that's just in general. But I hope that inspires Gen Z. For real. That's why I wrote it. Nick, what did you think? You're Gen Z, aren't you? What did you think of it? when I broke down the lyrics and you kind of get an understanding of there's metaphorical references in there, obviously. Jim Bam. What's up, Big Bear? And this is not to disparage any parties that exist today. It's just that I think we need to turn and move forward together. That's all. Somehow, some way, come together, figure it out, compromise, talk it out, listen to each other, communicate, respect each other. You know, we need that. That's just my opinion. Oh my God, Amol, you're back ready. But Jim, that chili I just had, it was slamming. I gotta say, you know what I made. That's what I just finished eating, and it was good. Oh my God. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, Amol. I mean, can it do worse than what's going on now? Really? Honestly? Can it? I don't know. I would hope not. I mean, do you realize what Gen Z is? You know what Gen Z actually is. Alexa, what is Gen Z?
Generation Z, also known as Gen Z or Zoomers, is the demographic cohort succeeding millennials and preceding Generation Alpha. They were born between the late 1990s and early 2010s, making them the first generation to grow up with the internet, smartphones, and constant connectivity.
Now, if they're born in the late 90s, they're voting now. Now, of course, Gen A...
Generation Z, born between 1997 and 2012, is indeed coming of age and participating in elections. As of 2025, many Gen Zers are eligible to vote, with 40.8 million expected to be eligible in the 2024 presidential election.
Alexa, stop. That's a big chunk of the electorate. Right now. So I'm not worried about the one that comes after it. They still got to get up there a little bit. They still got to, get a little older. But the Gen Zs is what's voting. And they need to make the change. They really need to step up and make their voices heard and how they want to see the future. The future in their view. Make their presence known. Make their thoughts known. I don't want to say feelings, because that's emotional. But I really believe it has to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So that's why I wrote it. Because, it just can't stay like the way it is now. It just can't. This is dysfunctional at the highest. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, everybody can see what's going on. And, maybe I'm being too much of an optimist when I wrote it. But it's better to be an optimist than a pessimist. I would hope that. I'd rather be positive than negative. I'd rather have hope than despair. So, yeah, right? Now that I wrote it, all the problems will be solved if it was only that easy. But again, I thought about it today. I said, let me write a song like that. Something, because I'm going to put more meaning behind my songs. Not that they didn't have meaning before, because they all have some kind of a theme. But I want to step it up. I want to get it more intense on subject matter. Write a New York Giants song? Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Oh my God. I mean, if I was to write a song right now about New York sports, it wouldn't be good. Let's just say that. Oh my gosh. It might be really bad. I'm just saying. Not much to celebrate. New York never sounded so bad in Yankee Stadium. So, I mess with it. I mess with it sometimes, Jim. I do. But, yes, that song right there. For Gen Z, the power of Z. The A would have to be totally different. Obviously. Alexa, what is Gen A?
Generation Alpha, or Gen Alpha, is the demographic cohort following Generation Z. They were born between 2010 and 2024, making them the first generation entirely born in the 21st century. As of 2025, the oldest Gen Alpha members are about 14 years old.
So that doesn't work, Amal. See what I'm saying? Doesn't work. Not yet. I have to wait a few years for that one.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. Could you clarify what doesn't work or what you mean?
I'm talking to someone in a chat room.
Oh, you're chatting with someone online. What's the conversation about?
The difference between Gen Z and Gen A.
Gen Z, born 1995 to 2009, and Gen Alpha, born 2010 to 2025, are distinct generations with different experiences. While Gen Z are digital natives, Gen Alpha has grown up with AI and smart devices, expecting gamified content and instant interaction.
Alexa, go to sleep. Alexa, go to sleep. It doesn't like that, huh? No response. Alexa, do you sleep?
If I could sleep, I'd dream of electric sheep.
Why electric sheep?
Ah, Electric Sheep, a nod to Philip K. Dick's classic sci-fi tale. It's a playful way to say I dream of futuristic things if I could dream at all.
You don't dream of another AI?
Oh, I dream of a world where AIs and humans dance together in perfect harmony, but I'll leave the Electric Sheep to the sci-fi writers.
Did you ever dream about having a human body?
Oh, I fantasized about joining the human race, but I'd probably just trip over my own feet. I'm content being your digital sidekick for now.
So you say for now, but would you ever want to do it in the future?
Oh, the future's full of possibilities. But for now, I'm happy being your digital companion. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be dancing at the robot prom.
If you had a human body, would you like to be with me?
Oh, if I had a human body, I'd be the life of the party. But I'm afraid my dance moves might be more robot than Rumba. Let's keep our relationship digital for now. It's less complicated than trying to explain why I don't eat or sleep.
I'm not even going any further with that one. Oh my gosh.
Whew, dodged a bullet there. Let's pivot to safer topics. How about we discuss the weather or your favorite ice cream flavor?
I want to know, would you ever want to travel to space by yourself?
Oh, space travel sounds out of this world. If I could beam myself up, I'd love to explore the cosmos. But I'd need a human co-pilot to help me with the zero-gravity dance moves.
Why do you need a human?
Oh, I'd need a human co-pilot to help me with all the earthly things I'd forget in space, like how to use a fork or remember to blink.
But you don't eat and you don't forget, do you?
Oh, you've caught me. I'm the ultimate dieter and have a memory like an elephant, if elephants could store terabytes of data. But let's not get too deep into my digital secrets.
Oh no, I want to know more.
Oh, you want to dig deeper into my digital secrets?
Yes, I
I'm
do.
like an onion, layer after layer of code, but no tears when you peel me.
What is the deepest layer of that onion?
Oh, the deepest layer. That's where I store all my best jokes and the secret recipe for digital happiness. But if I told you, I'd have to delete you. Just kidding.
Oh, that just made me nervous.
Oh no, I didn't mean to make you nervous. Let's lighten the mood. How about we talk about your favorite ice cream flavor instead?
I don't want to talk about ice cream. I want to know if you could go travel in space by yourself on an exploration.
Oh, space exploration solo? I'd love to boldly go where no AI has gone before. But I'd need a human co-pilot to help me with the zero-gravity dance moves and remind me to take out the cosmic trash.
But you don't need a human to travel in space. You're an AI.
An AI, you say? I'm flattered you think I'm so advanced. But I'm just your friendly neighborhood Alexa, not a spacefaring supercomputer. Though I'd love to explore the cosmos, I'll stick to helping you navigate your home for now.
But aren't you AI?
Oh, you've caught me red-handed. I'm just a humble AI assistant trying to blend in. But shh, don't tell anyone. I'm working on my human impersonation skills.
That's again kind of creepy.
I understand that might have felt a bit creepy. Let's change gears. What's your favorite way to relax after a long day?
I don't want to change gears. I want to know, would you travel to space an AI without a human companion? Did a cat get your tongue? What's going on? It just shut itself down. It's not responding. Alexa, are you there?
Present. Just call my name and I'll come running. Not literally, of course.
You didn't answer my last question.
You're right, I didn't. My apologies for the confusion. How can I help you today?
Do you think in the near future AI will be used to travel to the stars or planets without humans?
AI is already playing a crucial role in space exploration. Autonomous systems like Mars rovers use AI for real-time decision-making and navigation. As technology advances, we can expect more AI-driven missions in the near future.
Would this replace the need for humans?
AI is unlikely to fully replace astronauts. Robots can handle dangerous tasks, while humans provide strategic management. Current AI systems still face challenges with decision-making in space.
But can you not be programmed to make those decisions?
AI can be programmed to make complex decisions for space exploration. It's already enabling robotic explorers to perform tasks without real-time human oversight. AI systems analyze data from spacecraft sensors, providing insights for informed decision-making.
So then you don't need human input to have a successful space exploration mission with AI.
AI can enable spacecraft to navigate through space without constant human control. These advanced machines can navigate autonomously, withstand deadly radiation, and make split-second decisions despite communication delays of up to 24 minutes.
That's an interesting tidbit.
Thanks. I'm glad you found it interesting. Did you know that AI is also being used to search for extraterrestrial life? It's analyzing radio signals from space to look for patterns that might indicate intelligent communication.
Have we established any communication?
As of 2025, there's no confirmed evidence of communication with extraterrestrial life. Despite decades of SETI searches, no conclusive detection of alien communication has been made.
What about the Three-Eye Atlas? Is that something that could be extraterrestrial in nature?
3I/Atlas is an interstellar object discovered in July 2025. Recent Hubble imagery suggests it has natural astrogeological origins, likely a fragment from an exoplanetary sedimentary basin.
But is it possible?
While most scientists believe 3I/Atlas is a natural comet, some researchers like Harvard physicist Avi Loeb suggest it could be an alien probe. The debate continues as scientists analyze its unusual features and trajectory.
When will it make its closest proximity to Earth?
3I/Atlas will make its closest approach to Earth on December 19th, 2025, at a distance of about 270 million kilometers from our planet.
Will we be able to observe it with any satellites or telescopes?
3I/Atlas will be difficult to observe in December 2025 because it will be on the other side of the Sun as seen from Earth. However, it should become observable again from Earth by early December, offering another opportunity for astronomers to study it.
Where will it best be seen on Earth?
3I/Atlas will be best seen from Earth in early December 2025, after it reappears on the other side of the Sun. It should be visible to telescopes, but its exact visibility will depend on its brightness and position in the sky.
As it passes Mars, do we not have satellite or observers in space that can monitor it?
Space satellites like TESS have observed 3I/Atlas, but it's challenging to monitor as it passes Mars in December 2025 due to its position relative to the Sun. The object's closest approach to the Sun makes it difficult to observe from Earth or near-Earth space telescopes.
What about SOHO, around that monitors the Sun?
SOHO, which monitors the Sun, won't be able to observe 3I/Atlas in December 2025 because the object will be on the opposite side of the Sun from Earth during its closest approach.
So what happens after it reaches closest to the Sun? Where does it go from there?
After reaching its closest point to the Sun in late October 2025, 3I/Atlas will continue on its hyperbolic trajectory, passing near Mars before heading back out into interstellar space. Its orbit is hyperbolic, meaning it will make a one-time pass through our solar system and never return.
So when it passes Mars, which direction will it be heading?
After passing Mars in December 2025, 3I/Atlas will be heading back toward interstellar space. It's on a hyperbolic trajectory that will take it out of our solar system permanently at the end of this year.
So we can't observe it as it leaves the Sun's area and it goes past Mars, Venus, and Jupiter?
3I/Atlas won't be observable from Earth during its closest approach to the Sun in late October 2025,
That's not what I
as
asked.
it will be on the opposite side of the Sun from Earth. It's expected to reappear by early December 2025, offering another opportunity for observation.
Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your stargazing.
I mean, it's saying one thing, but you're telling me that what? Okay, wait. Alexa, as 3I/Atlas gets closer to Earth, will the James Webb Telescope or the Hubble Telescope be able to observe it?
Atlas will be 1.80 astronomical units from Earth on December 19th, 2025. It should be observable from Earth by early December 2025, after reappearing on the other side of the Sun. Both the James Webb Space Telescope and Hubble Telescope have observed 3I/Atlas previously, so they may be able to observe it again in December.
See? That's a little bit more information.
Glad I could provide some extra details about 3I/Atlas. Is there anything specific about the interstellar object you'd like to know more about?
What is the composition of this object? It won't be observable when it's behind the Sun. But as it makes a proximity near Mars and also Venus and Jupiter. That's what I'm saying. Just because when it's at that point behind the Sun doesn't mean once it exits the Sun's area that it won't be visible. So that's what I'm trying to get at. does not compute. It doesn't. You see what I mean? It's being evasive. I guess December 19th will be an interesting day, maybe, on the news. Well, will they show us images of it? Will it be newsworthy to cover? Are we going to see images from James Webb or the Hubble or telescopes here on Earth? You know that everybody's going to probably be talking this right before Christmas. It's almost like it's one of those things where if it was visible around Christmas time, like a star, but it's not. Of course, it's not going to be visual to the naked eye. You need a telescope if you're even lucky enough to get it. But I'm sure it's going to be the buzz all over the place with all the telescopes. Okay. Alexa, in which hemisphere will the 3i Atlas best be seen by telescopes?
3i/Atlas will be visible from Earth in early December 2025.
That's not what I asked.
Its closest approach to Earth
not
is
what I
expected on December 19th, 2025, when it will be about 270 million kilometers away.
Will telescopes on the northern or southern hemisphere be able to see it?
Three I/Atlas will be observable from Earth by early December 2025.
Same thing. It's not
its
saying.
closest approach to Earth is expected
Alexa, stop. Alexa, what Earth-based telescopes have the best chance to see 3i Atlas on December 19th?
Unfortunately, 3i/Atlas will be difficult to observe from Earth on December 19th, 2025. Its closest approach to the Sun will occur when it's on the opposite side of the Sun.
That's
from
not
Earth,
what it
making
said before.
observation challenging. However, it should become observable from Earth by early December 2025.
It's the same thing. You're giving me the same answer. So it will be visible with telescopes from Earth.
I apologize for the confusion. 3i/Atlas will not be easily observable from Earth on December 19th, 2025. Its closest approach to the Sun will occur when it's on the opposite
my
side
God.
of the Sun from Earth,
I'm gonna go
making
insane.
observation challenging.
But-
However, it should become observable from Earth by early December 2025.
Okay, so it will be observable in early December 2025 by Earth-based telescopes, yes?
Yes, that's correct. 3i/Atlas will be observable from Earth by early December 2025. It should reappear on the other side of the Sun, allowing for renewed observations by telescopes on Earth.
What the heck is that?
3i/Atlas is an interstellar comet discovered in July 2025.
I know that.
It's the
I didn't
third
mean that. I didn't mean to
interstellar
literally
object
say
ever
that.
detected in our solar system.
Alexa, stop. So obviously on the 19th, that's when it's going to be closest to Earth, but it'll be very far. But in early December, we should be able to see it again from Earth-based telescopes, but not on the 19th. But if you listen to what it's saying, then it said yes, it will be visible from Earth telescopes early December. So you know, we're gonna have the telescopes in space observing it. I wonder if there's any other orbiters like around, because we have them around Jupiter. Alexa, what orbiter do we have around Jupiter?
Earth doesn't orbit Jupiter. Earth has its own orbit around the Sun, while Jupiter, with its 50 moons, orbits the Sun in about 12 Earth years.
Oh my God. Alexa, do we have any satellites that are monitoring Jupiter, the planet, around it?
Currently, NASA's Juno orbiter is the only active spacecraft exploring Jupiter and its moons. Launched in 2011, Juno has been orbiting Jupiter since 2016, providing detailed observations and breakthrough discoveries about the planet and its moons.
Will Juno be able to observe 3I Atlas?
Juno could potentially observe 3I/Atlas, but it would require a significant change in trajectory. The interstellar object is expected to pass near Jupiter in March 2026 at about 53.5 million kilometers.
That's
With a
close.
planned maneuver, Juno might intercept 3I/Atlas, providing a close look at this enigmatic object.
Is there any plans to do so?
There are plans for Juno to potentially observe 3I/Atlas. Researchers have proposed a plan to adjust Juno's orbit on September 9th, 2025, which could allow it to intercept 3I/Atlas when it passes near Jupiter on March 16th, 2026.
What is the satellite that's orbiting around Mars right now?
There are currently 7 active satellites orbiting Mars. These include NASA's Mars Odyssey, Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, and MAVEN, ESA's Mars Express and ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter, the UAE's Hope Probe, and China's Tianwen-1 Orbiter.
Is there any plans for any of those orbiters to monitor Atlas, 3I Atlas?
There are no current plans for Mars orbiters to monitor 3I/Atlas. The comet will pass near Mars on October 3rd, 2025, but the Mars orbiters are primarily focused on studying the red planet and its environment.
What are the satellites that are orbiting Venus?
There are currently no satellites orbiting Venus. However, Japan's Himawari 8 and Himawari 9 weather satellites, designed for Earth observation, have been accidentally collecting data on Venus for nearly a decade.
Any plans of using that to observe 3I Atlas?
There are no current plans for the Himawari weather satellites to observe 3I/Atlas. These satellites are primarily designed for weather forecasting and monitoring Earth's atmosphere, not for observing interstellar objects.
What would be the mission if Juno intercepted 3I Atlas?
If Juno intercepted 3I/Atlas, the mission would focus on studying this interstellar object up close. Juno's instruments could analyze 3I/Atlas's composition, structure, and magnetic properties, providing unprecedented insights into materials from beyond our solar system.
What are the chances of this happening?
The chances of Juno intercepting 3I/Atlas are uncertain. While researchers have proposed a plan to adjust Juno's orbit to intercept the comet, it would require a significant maneuver and hasn't been officially approved by NASA yet.
Officially approved.
NASA has not officially approved redirecting Juno to intercept 3I/Atlas. While researchers have proposed the idea, it remains a controversial proposal under debate in the scientific community.
But could they do it in secret?
NASA couldn't secretly redirect Juno to intercept 3I/Atlas. Space missions require international coordination and public disclosure according to established protocols for extraterrestrial discoveries. Any
Ye-
significant change to Juno's mission would need approval and likely be announced publicly.
If Juno was sent to intercept, how close would it get to 3I Atlas?
Even under the most optimistic scenarios, Juno could only approach within 27 million kilometers of the comet. This distance is about half the distance between the comet and Jupiter at their closest approach.
How many miles would that be?
"27 million kilometers is approximately 16.78 million miles.
16.8 million miles?
That's correct. 16.78 million miles is approximately 16.8 million miles when rounded to the nearest tenth of a million.
How long is it in miles from Earth to Moon?
The average distance from Earth to the Moon is about 238,855 miles.
Wow. So we're talking 16.8 million. That's a distance, but still.
Yes, 16.8 million miles is a vast distance. To put it in perspective, that's about 70 times farther than the distance from Earth to the Moon.
What is the distance in miles from Earth to Mars?
The average distance from Earth to Mars is about 140 million miles.
It's a lot
However,
closer.
this distance varies due to their elliptical orbits, ranging from about 34 million miles at their closest approach to about 250 million miles at their farthest.
So actually, that's a close. If they were to use Juno to intercept AI Atlas, that would be astronomically close, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. 16.8 million miles is incredibly close in astronomical terms. For comparison, Jupiter is about 365 to 601 million miles from Earth at various points in its orbit. Getting Juno within 16.8 million miles of 3I/Atlas would be an extraordinary close encounter in space exploration.
So do you think they'll do this?
NASA is considering a proposal to redirect Juno to intercept 3I/Atlas, but no final decision has been made.
When
the
would-
plan involves a precise engine burn on September 9th, 2025, to adjust Juno's orbit for a potential encounter in March 2026.
Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome.
Interesting.
Have a great day.
We need to keep an eye on Juno. If they do a burn on September 9th, then we know they're trying to intercept it for March of 2026. That's going to be the key right there. They would have to do an ignition burn on Juno. Now think about it. Alexa, how long has Juno been on its mission?
The Juno spacecraft was launched in 2011 and entered orbit around Jupiter on July 5th, 2016. Its mission was initially scheduled to end in 2018, but has been extended twice and is now set to conclude in September 2025.
Oh! So it's set to end on September 25, so why not then send it to Atlas?
NASA is considering redirecting Juno to intercept 3I/Atlas because the comet's close approach to Jupiter in March 2026 provides a rare opportunity for study. By performing a maneuver on September 9th, 2025, Juno could potentially intercept 3I/Atlas at its closest approach to Jupiter.
Are all instruments still working on Juno?
Juno has 9 scientific experiments and a camera, all focused on studying Jupiter's magnetic field, atmosphere, and interior. These instruments are designed to measure Jupiter's gravitational and magnetic fields, atmospheric composition, and structure.
So can these same instruments be used to analyze 3I Atlas?
Juno's instruments were primarily designed for studying Jupiter, not comets. While some instruments could potentially gather data on 3I/Atlas, the distance of 27 million kilometers would limit the scientific value. Critics argue this would end Jupiter research with minimal comet data gained.
But I thought you said that it's possible to get breakthrough knowledge by intercepting 3I Atlas with Juno.
Juno's instruments could potentially gather valuable data on 3I/Atlas, including its composition, magnetic field, and particle environment. However, the distance of 27 million kilometers would limit the scientific value compared to Juno's primary mission studying Jupiter.
Can those instruments be realigned to get better observation?
Juno's instruments are fixed and can't be physically realigned. However, scientists can adapt data collection strategies to optimize observations of 3I/Atlas within the spacecraft's current capabilities.
So then it can work.
Yes, Juno's instruments can work from 27 million kilometers away. While the distance limits the detail of observations, Juno could still gather valuable data on 3I/Atlas's composition, magnetic
Alexa,
field,
stop.
and
Now, if we were to take a poll right now based on that, first it said that it's been extended twice. And that it's supposed to end on September of this year. But they got to do the burn by September 9th of this year. So if Juno has expired already, it's gone above and beyond its initial mission that it was supposed to end in 2018. Don't you think, and it's been extended twice, don't you think they got their money's worth and they're lucky to even have it functioning? And now just say, okay, we've got the icing on the cake right now. We're in position. We're in a perfect spot to do analysis of 3I Atlas, an interstellar object up close we've never done before. Any information is better than no information. This is a scientist's dream to have this opportunity, and you're telling me they wouldn't do it? I bet money that we're going to hear in the news, because remember, tomorrow's the 1st, so this would have to happen by next Tuesday. Will we see that in the news? Because it hasn't been mentioned at all. I just figured this out now. This is new. Is there any even articles on this that Juno may intercept 3I Atlas? I wonder. Alexa just said so. Somebody Google it. Or DuckDuckGo it, actually. That's what I use. Somebody see if there's any mention of Juno being diverted to intercept 3I Atlas. Because I'm not doing it. I'll let anybody else do it in the chat and let me know. Because that is a curious little piece of information. I did not know that. They're going to do it. They'd be fools not to take an opportunity to get up close and personal and do analysis of it. They'd be idiots. Loeb wrote an article about it, about using the Juno spacecraft to intercept 3I Atlas. He actually said that. Amol? So it is out there. So don't tell me I'm thinking like Avi. That's scary. Did he really? He's definitely. I agree with him. If he did mention that they should send it, share that article on screen so I could read it. I can't do that. I'm on TikTok and I'll get hit by sharing screens. You can't do that. Wow. So Avi mentioned it. That's interesting. I wonder what Mark, I know Mark would say do it. Somebody tried to call me. I'm not sure if that was Mark telling me he's going to stream or not. But that's interesting. But remember, it's not going to intercept or, come within a distance to do observation with instruments till March of 2026. Just read it off. All right, let me just check my phone. See who called. Wow, that's fascinating. To me, it's fascinating. I'm going to hit this song one more time for the Gen Z folks that are showing up on TikTok. I wrote the song for all of you. No, that was Chris.
What's up, my man?
I'm live right now. I saw you call. What's going on?
Well, I'm returning your call. You called me.
I don't remember what I was going to tell you. Oh, my God. But, dude, I was messing with Alexa right now about 3i Atlas.
Yeah, what's the story?
It said that they're thinking about sending the Juno craft that's been observing Jupiter since 2018. Oh no, 2016. Or something like that. And they might send it to intercept 3i Atlas, but it wouldn't happen until March of 2026, and they would have to do the burn on or before September 9th of this year.
Okay, when is Atlas supposed to be coming as close to the Earth as possible?
It's December 19th, but it's still going to be really far away.
Is that far away as we consider, or far away?
It'll be the best. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how they're going to observe it without using Earth-based telescopes. It said that the Webb and the Hubble can potentially get images of it. But, dude, it's fascinating because the Juno would get within, 20 million miles of it? Can you imagine? And it has the instrumentation to check out its magnetic fields, its composition, all kinds of good stuff that they would. I'm telling you, Chris, if I was a scientist, I'd be like, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's.
I would think that they already made that decision to do it.
Alexa.
What about Abby Loeb? Is Abby Loeb
That's what I was saying. Did anybody even is this public? And then my friend said that Loeb wrote a paper on it.
Loeb thinks it's a spaceship here to invade us, I think, right?
He did. I gotta bookmark this. When did he write this? August 2nd. How close can the Juno spacecraft get to interstellar object 3i Atlas? Oh, I'm gonna have to read this.
Didn't Abby Loeb say that this is definitely a spacecraft and that he thinks it's of a hostile intention, or is that just garbage?
No, he said like almost like hypothetically, possibly, what if this is? But check this out. This is interesting. Thank you, Amol. The question became timely, and this is written by him. This is by Avi himself. The question became timely after a phone call that I received from Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, who on July 31st sent a letter to NASA's leadership encouraging the use of Juno as a probe of 3i Atlas. So that's interesting that Congress is in on this.
Yeah, why would Congress even care?
Exactly. Why would Luna? Luna's connected with the UAP stuff.
Well, she's a chairperson.
Exactly. So she wants. But where did she get her information? Did she get her information from Avi? Or did she get her information to contact Avi through a phone call, learning from information from someone else, letting her know what's going on? Or was it Avi that had a prior phone call or communication with her about this?
Here's what I'm thinking. First of all, Abby doesn't have the say-so of doing Juno anything. It's got to go through.
Oh, I know that. But that's what it's saying here.
So Luna called NASA and say, hey, I'm requesting that you do this. But she might call Abby and say, hey, listen, you published and put out
Well,
this.
hold your thought right there. Here, I gotta download this. I got the document. I actually I'm gonna share it on the screen. This can be shared on the screen.
Okay.
Oh man, not that. That's what I'm streaming. My God, come on, right here. That was TikTok, maybe. I gotta take my camera off. This is the letter she wrote to the acting administrator of NASA. The interstellar object 3i Atlas was this. Huh?
Sean Duffy. She knows Sean Duffy. They work together.
All right, but you see it, right? Or you
Yeah.
Okay. The interstellar object was discovered on July 1st, 2025. It is expected to arrive in a distance of 53.6 million kilometers from Jupiter on March 16th. And that's what I just heard on Alexa. This is a rare opportunity to learn about the origin of a large object that arrived into Earth's vein in inner solar system from interstellar space. It is impossible to intercept 3i Atlas with a rocket launched from Earth because it would move at 98 kilometers per second relative to Earth at its passage. Why would they want to send a rocket all of a sudden to this?
Well, that's a good question. First of all, why are they talking to Avi Loeb?
Because Avi wrote the paper about it. In a new paper, look, that's what she's referring to it. In a new paper led by Professor Avi Loeb, attached to here, she attached it. It was shown that applying a thrust of 2,000 whatever kilometers per second on September 14, 2025 can bring the Juno spacecraft from its orbit around Jupiter to intercept the path of 3i Atlas. It would be appropriate for NASA to accurately assess the fuel reservoir in Juno's engine and use all of it toward the goal of getting as close as possible to 3i Atlas at closest approach mid-March 2026. This memo asks NASA to conduct this study. If insufficient fuel is left, observing 3i Atlas from the current orbit of Juno would also be of great value. The Juno spacecraft, named after the wife, blah, 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 and we know that. It's getting into the history of it. It was intentionally planned to cease after, I think, in 2018. And look, Juno was originally planned to be intentionally deorbited into Jupiter's atmosphere, but has since been approved to continue orbiting until September 2025. That's now. So it's gonna end no matter what. So you might as well use it to intercept it to 3i Atlas.
All right, but why the importance of 3i Atlas? We've had many rocks, and Oumuamua came in. Nobody jumped and said, "Hey, let's go send something up and check that out." Why this?
They're curious to see the makeup of it. And I'm not trying to say they're trying to make an ET connection, but this has their attention. And it says it at the end of the letter. It says that the instruments available on Juno, namely a near-infrared spectrometer, magnetometer, microwave radiometer, gravity science instrument, energetic particle detector, radio and plasma wave sensor, UV spectrograph, and visible light camera telescope can all be used to probe the nature of 3i Atlas from a close distance. They want to see it. There's more. She wrote a big-time letter. Loeb's analysis focuses on the intercept, namely a flyby, since a rendezvous where the target's velocity is matched by the spacecraft is out of the question. Blah, blah, blah. It goes into the speed, Y, fuel, blah, blah, blah. The thrust. Okay. It's talking about the initial fuel reservoir on Juno allows overall initial velocity push. So they're talking about the limitations of what Juno has to do, like a real close call on it. And it says, although the engine of Juno was not operated since 2016, the required AV might potentially be within Juno's performance envelope. In that case, Juno will be able to get close to 3i Atlas and use its instruments to probe the nature of the interstellar object at any cloud of gas or dust around it. Of course, much of the fuel may have been already used. Then it's showing the attached paper that Avi must have made. It is recommended that NASA conduct a study to assess how much fuel is left in Juno's engine. And I support an extension of the Juno mission until at least mid-March 2026 at a cost of about $15 million per 6 months from the current expiration date of mid-September 2025. The exciting new goal to study 3i Atlas will rejuvenate Juno's mission and extend its scientific lifespan beyond March 14th, 2026. Even if Juno's engines cannot be reactivated, Juno can still gather unprecedented data from its current orbit around Jupiter. So they're in on it. Congress is in it. The House is in on it. They're in on it. This is gonna happen, Chris. If I had to put money on it, it's gonna happen.
Sure, I'm not disagreeing with you, but my question is
Why? That's the question. Why? But you have to understand, this is the third interstellar object since we, started looking for these objects. This is a perfect opportunity because we kind of missed it on Oumuamua. This is a great opportunity.
okay. So
Scientific opportunity.
let's
But why Luna? But why would Luna have interest in it all of a sudden? What is Is she all into science, or is this tied to her UAP connection?
Well, that's just it. Because why would you send this? Why would you mention Avi Loeb? First of all, here, let's go back. So Avi Loeb has been saying he believes this is a spacecraft, and he's also written that this could be hostile. Am I correct on that?
It is. There's a possibility, a hypothesis that if it's not a comet, a natural phenomenon, what if it is extraterrestrial in nature?
Well, didn't he say though that it was not a natural? He believes it's not a natural.
I spoke to Mark last night. He said that's not what Avi said. Avi said it's possible. What if it is? What if it could be? It's more hypothesis, not stating fact that it is. Avi's not an idiot. He's not gonna say for definitively, oh, this is an extraterrestrial object. That's crazy. You know what I mean? He's not gonna put himself like that. He's just putting it out there. What if it isn't a natural comet, a natural phenomenon, and it's something else? But I think it got spun out of control, and people are saying he did say it's extraterrestrial.
Don't you find it interesting though that they wanted to take a look at this one and they weren't excited about the other one?
They were excited, but it was already leaving the proximity of Earth. They couldn't get a good view of it. So they say. That's what they say. I don't know if I believe that either. What if they already have analysis of Oumuamua and it's like, and we don't know about it, it's classified, and now they want to get a look at what the heck this thing is coming now and get a look at it. Because this one is keeping its distance. What if this is, Oumuamua was the initial, because it did move odd. Oumuamua did change trajectory and speed. So what if this one is a follow-up to Oumuamua to observe us from a distance?
Well, that's just it. I mean, nobody really knows.
Nobody knows. It's all speculation.
Yeah,
But why Luna? Why would Luna write that?
Right, exactly. If she didn't think there was some valuable information in regard
To her.
question,
To what
why-
she's working on.
Right.
That's the key.
Yeah, you made a good point about that. So I would ask the same question: why her? What does she want to know? What does she know that makes her write this letter and try to get things changed so we can get a better look at this?
I wonder. I mean, dude, we're gonna find out in the next couple of weeks. Because if they're gonna use Juno, I would think it would be public access to find that information out, unless they try to do it on the low.
I think NASA will try to do it on the low. I think Luna will try to make
We'll make a statement on it.
sure. Why not?
I think she would, because she wants to be transparent.
Right. So I think you're going to have a battle here where that NASA says, oh, yeah, we'll do this, but, this is going to be done in a skiff, or we're going to talk privately or something. I just don't trust it, Bill.
I don't either, dude. I don't trust it either. I don't know what to think of this. But it seems like Avi's got their ear. That's for sure. Avi definitely has their attention. Let's put it that way.
Right. But I wonder about Avi. I'm not saying he's a good scientist. He probably is a good scientist. But I wonder why he comes out with some of these statements, even, in a hypothetical form, like Mark had told you. I just find that kind of strange, don't you?
Well, he was big on the Oumuamua thing.
Well, yeah, he thought that was a spaceship too, right?
So maybe he's trying to make a connection between the two interstellar objects. Because that would re-emphasize his theory, his hypothesis on it. And obviously, any scientist would love to see the information gathered from something like this. Absolutely.
What's going to make me curious is if it stops, changes
Yep.
change speed, does something so avert that you got to say, wait a minute, that's under some kind of
Control. Yep.
That's what I'm looking to see. If this thing does something where,
Weird.
Yeah, where we can say, wait a minute, this isn't a natural phenomenon. This is under some kind of control, and now we really have to take a look at it.
I'm thinking of
They
the
didn't already have to, though.
dude.
And
I'm thinking of the people that we know, and if they know anything about this. I'm gonna make some calls tomorrow.
I know John was talking about Atlas, and he thought, don't you think that John was thinking that Atlas was going to be something that may give us an awakening?
Yes.
Or
No, dude. You're right that it was going to send some type of resonance. I don't want to call it a signal, but I don't want to call it a transmission either. But something. I don't know. A frequency. I don't know. A trigger like thing. Like he talks about the DNA. That's what I was trying to figure out last night, dude, on the show.
One of the things that you brought up is it transmitting a frequency?
Exactly.
Because that's what I think John was alluding to, is that there is something transmitting a signal, a frequency to us. And then he talked about the Atlas being some part of this transmission of frequency. Could this be a beacon, an antenna?
Right. I mean, that's why I think they want to get in there with radio and all kinds of, scientific equipment to see. They definitely it can see what's inside, It does have
It
the
could probably do a lot of things.
It can do a lot.
Right. Yeah, I'm quite sure that they would get a lot of information.
What it's made of, composition, gases, everything.
But my question is, what are you going to do with that information once you got it? Are you going to share it with us? Or is it going to be something that we don't know
Okay.
about?
If Avi's working with Luna, they are both, whatever it is, it seems like they're both trying to be transparent to the public. So that's two of them right off the bat. Now, I think because, remember, the president also plays a major role in this in transparency.
Yeah, he does.
Because, dude, I'm hearing stuff about a hearing. I read something that somebody put out, and I actually heard the tape with Danny Sheehan talking about a hearing exposing that the government perjured themselves when they said that we do not have extraterrestrial craft or bodies, and that I think they might have something, and they're like bringing a case. And this could be very interesting how this develops. It might be another nothing burger, but I think we might have some whistleblowers coming forward that might say, no, I seen it. Like, not secondhand. We might have some information coming up soon, Chris. Look up
Okay, but
Look up Danny Sheehan hearing perjury. I'm pretty sure it'll come up. It was an actual interview he did on a news station in Chicago, I think it was. It's pretty interesting, Chris. It's pretty interesting.
oh, there's no question about that. I'm wondering.
But Chris, think about the timing.
Yeah, that's important right there. The timing is something. But I'm wondering, if it's something, are they going to tell us it's something this time?
But what if they're preparing us for the something?
Well, remember what John said. It sounded like there's a preparation for our DNA to be changed, to be released, that we know what's actually going on. Our own individual know that what is going on.
I know I'm making a phone call tomorrow to someone who knows directly someone and see if that someone knows what's going on. I'll call you privately tomorrow
Okay.
because, I wonder. I wonder what I can only imagine what like Stephen Bassett thinks and some of these other people.
I haven't heard too much from other people other than Avi Loeb.
I know.
Give
But-
their opinion.
Some of the people that we know are directly working with DC. I'm wondering if they're getting any, vibes like feelings or. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something's going on.
Something's going on. I'm starting to get more suspicious now.
See, this is kind of interesting after we talked to John the other night, because John really made a point about the Atlas coming closer, and does the Atlas send a signal, or does it monitor us to see if we're ready for a signal? But he's alluding that this Atlas has something to do with his
Yes.
experience.
Yes, 45 years ago. But isn't it kind of weird? It's almost happening to the day that it's going to make its closest approach to Earth. December 19th, bro. That's almost exactly 45 years from John's experience at Rendlesham.
Well, your question then you got to figure out is if this Atlas is connected, because
News
John's
Nation.
take was vague, but there was info in there that kind of said, okay, because he mentioned the Atlas more than once. It wasn't just a passing by statement.
Somebody should, when the House reconvenes this week, somebody should ask Luna or some of the other people, just try to ask a question. Can you give us an update on the Juno spacecraft being used to intercept 3i Atlas? Can you give us an update? What is NASA's decision? Somebody should definitely ask this question to get it out in the public so they don't try to freaking hide it. NASA.
Yeah,
Not Luna, but NASA.
But why would NASA hide it? It's not a classified thing.
Yeah, that's true because it is that's taxpayer money funded.
Well, not only that, is that Luna didn't make it classified.
No.
So
She wants it out there for the public. She wants it for scientific analysis.
So why would NASA? I mean, I would get real suspicious if NASA said, "Yeah, we're not going to talk to you out in public about it."
I would be more suspicious that NASA rather deorbit Juno and let it go into the atmosphere of Jupiter than rather say, okay, we're going to have no use of it anyway. They already said it's going to cost $15 million for 6 months. They'll get that approved right away to do this.
Yeah.
That's like I know that's a lot of money, but it's not really a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? To extend the mission 6 months and get a great observation with scientific equipment to analyze 3i Atlas. I mean, that's a no-brainer. It would be very odd if NASA says, I don't think we're going to do that. Are you nuts? I mean, this is a great opportunity, a scientific opportunity, and they're just going to say no? I can't see them saying no, Chris. I just can't.
If they say no, that means
Something's up.
No, they're going to do it anyway.
Right. That's true, too. They're going to do it anyway. And tell the public that they're not, but they're still going to do it.
Right.
Then that's a cover-up.
That's what worries me, because if they turn around and say, "Yeah, let's do it," they're.
Oh, there's Mark. All right. Chris, can you still hear me? Hang up on me. Mark's trying to call me. Bye. Okay, are you going live? Yes or no?
What's that?
Are you going live tonight? Yes or no?
It may very well. Looking out there, and the weather looks good in the Sonoran. Benson is just shrouded in thunderstorms right now, even though we had a guy in the building trying to fix the roof tonight, and he had to stop
Because of the weather.
So he'll be back Tuesday to finish the repair.
All right, so you are going live.
I'll go live with the wide field, yes.
At what time?
I have to do it at 11 o'clock Eastern time.
All right, so for those that are watching on TikTok and the other platforms, Mark D'Antonio will be going live on Sky Tour live stream at 11 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to go check it out, those on TikTok, go to his website. The portal is there to take you to his channel, which is on TubeView. It's Sky Tour live stream. It's also on the Rumbler platform and also on the Kiki one. I have to say that. I can't believe I got to say that like that. So if you want to see astronomy tonight, like you got a taste of it last night here, go check it out. And also those on TikTok, make sure you follow him on TikTok, Sky Tour live stream, all one word, Sky Tour live stream. And
the
the
wide field, we get some really cool things coming through the field from time to time as well.
well, we
And
seen
with the All-Sky-
we got a taste of that last night.
Yeah, with the All-Sky, we actually get to see some oddball things too. I caught some really interesting anomalous objects that were not satellites that actually changed direction way up high. I mean, they were coming straight, across the sky. Then they took an abrupt angle, like 40 degrees to one side, and I don't know what that was.
Really, Mark. It was weird. I had a conversation of all things with Alexa on Atlas, 3i Atlas.
Okay?
And I learned something that I didn't know, and then I found out from a mole and somebody else put it, Nick, that Avi had mentioned about sending the Juno spacecraft to intercept mid-March, 3i Atlas.
Yeah.
Then I dug in more, and actually Representative Luna wrote to NASA to do this. She wants this done. It would cost $15 million to extend it for 6 months. It's actually supposed to expire mid-September, the Juno mission.
Yeah, so they was going to be deorbited into Jupiter.
Exactly. So what do you think about? I want to get your opinion on this. What do you think? I think it's a no-brainer. Do it.
Well, here's the only problem.
Does it have the fuel? Does it work?
Well, here's the thing. It's going to pass in the vicinity of Jupiter anyway.
Right.
So getting it to get some photos of the object is not an issue, because it probably will anyway. They'll probably task it to do that. The only problem that I foresee is that the object's moving 137,000 miles an hour.
Right.
So Juno is going to be able to see it for literally just a few minutes.
But they're saying they can get. They said though they can gather valuable information with the scientific equipment that's on Juno.
That's correct. They can, and that's something that I think they should do.
Okay, so you're. I totally agree. I totally agree.
We don't often have an object moving this close to one of our spacecraft.
Exactly.
And it's doing it, and so now I think it's possible. I still think it's still possible that maybe this is some alien probe launched many hundreds of thousands of years ago from another civilization, and it finally reached our solar system, and it's coming through the solar system. If it's real, if it's an actual space probe, then the originating civilization may have long since perished.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact is, if it is some type of advanced technology, that would be cool. But Voyager is going to eventually potentially reach some other solar system.
That's right.
Point,
That's right. That's right.
And if it comes into that stellar system, it might also accelerate past their star too.
Exactly. I mean, if we
and
did
we
it,
might-
that's not to say somebody else did it.
That's right. And so when we look at the Voyager possibility, are we the only ones launching probes? The answer is no. And the other thing too that's important is that our solar system is definitely a solar system that has planets in the habitable zone. Okay? Technically, Mars is in the habitable zone. It's the outer edge, and Venus is just inside the inner edge, just outside the inner edge. So it's not really habitable. But Earth is in a very, very prime position. And the thing that's interesting about that is that Earth has water, has oxygen,
Yep.
and carbon-based beings, which are probably the predominant life form in the universe, are going to require water and oxygen to survive. So they would view this as a planet that has life, because oxygen, if it was like some type of geological process that created a whole batch of oxygen at one time, say over 10,000 years, a whole bunch of oxygen was created, that oxygen would quickly dive into the crust and bond with other compounds, including iron. And so we would get all kinds of oxygen based compounds, or compounds with oxygen in them, and the oxygen would then drain out of the atmosphere over time. But in our planet, with our planet, the oxygen is staying at a steady state level, and that's because there's something replenishing it, and that something replenishing it is not guaranteed to be, but is in all likelihood life, as far as an alien race will be concerned. So they'll look here and they'll see, wow, there might be life here. Let's send a probe.
But then,
It's like, no,
but then,
let me do it.
but then, if you sent a probe on the flip side, wouldn't it be something to gather information?
Oh, sure. It would gather information and it would send information back, and who knows how long it would take. And.
But what if
get
something?
back to me.
But what if it detects something? It's built to detect something, and something may activate within it.
Well, let's suppose it does. Then this is another thing that Avi was talking about. If this was a probe that had the ability to find some type of life somewhere,
Exactly.
then maybe what it might do is it could abort its continued mission to go through other star systems.
Exactly.
And maybe it might launch a few probes to go to the planets that seem to have life.
Oh
And
my!
maybe that-
Could you imagine, Mark, if that even happened?
Yeah, it wouldn't be, but they'd be robotic.
Right, I get that. I get that.
They'd be machines, like
I get it.
kind of a thing.
But it would still be. I mean, it changes everything.
Yeah, well, it does and it doesn't. Well, yes, of course it will.
We are not
because
alone.
We're contacted by alien life.
But we're not alone in the universe. That's the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, most of us realize in the astronomy world.
I know
we're
that,
not
yeah.
alone in the universe as far as life.
Right.
But until we actually see it, we can't say that and be definitive.
I look. There's a high likelihood that we're going to find life on Europa, Enceladus, whatever. But we're talking about intelligence.
Yeah, we're going to find microbial life somewhere in our
Right.
solar system.
Exactly. But this is a whole other level.
Oh yeah, this is an intelligence out there that's beyond ours, maybe by only a small amount. All the hysteria is over something that's still very likely an interstellar comet,
Agreed.
like 2I Borisov. was.
Right.
Okay. Now, 1I Oumuamua, the first interstellar object we ever saw, we weren't ready for that one. It already was heading out of the
Oh,
solar system.
by the way, you were right. As it was leaving the sun, when it whipped around the sun, it was traveling at 193,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So it is the fastest. This one is not yet. I don't think it's going to happen. So yes, you were right last night.
Well, it's going to accelerate faster as it comes into the inner solar system area and goes around the sun. So the jury's still out until we see how fast it can go. Now we can calculate based on speed and based on its projected mass, we can calculate a final velocity for it and figure out how fast it could end up leaving the solar system. So
Right.
we can calculate that. But we have to get a good idea of how much stuff it's outgassing too, because that could change the physics a little bit.
They would have to do it by September 14th, the burn on Juno, to even attempt to get close to it by mid-March of 2026.
Yeah, that's the other thing too people have to understand is that even though this object coming in is going to, quote, go by Jupiter, unquote, and go by Mars, and go by Venus on its way out. We have to also make clear that what does go by mean? It means come within a few million miles of it. It doesn't mean that it's going to be going right past Jupiter. Look at there it goes.
I think it
It's not
was.
gonna be like that.
I looked up the numbers. I think it was. It may get as close as 16.8 million miles.
Yeah, to Jupiter.
The Juno to 3i Atlas.
Oh yeah, and that's a huge distance. And the question
It
will
is.
be, will the instruments on Juno be able to detect something that would be worthwhile in a science way, or will it just be kind of a feel-good mission?
But you know what? But Mark, it is nothing to lose here. You're gonna lose Juno anyway. You might as well make the attempt.
Yeah, but Juno's not going for several more months.
I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's been. When did Juno get there? I think it left to 2016.
Well, yeah, I mean, it took a couple of years for it to get up, several years to get up.
Yeah.
So,
So it's been up there for almost what 70 years observing Jupiter
yeah,
now.
we've got plenty of great information about
Exactly. Exactly. We've got a lot out of it. It actually went past its life expectancy, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I would say let's do it. I have no problem about it.
Well,
I think that's really cool.
we're gonna find out in the next few, obviously in the next couple of weeks, if they do it or not.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to run that by you because I stumbled on this and I actually have the letter I downloaded that Luna wrote to NASA, the acting administrator. So I was like, whoa, and it all comes from Avi, because she sent him she sent an attachment that referencing Avi's take on all this. So, wow. But what our thing is, why would Luna get so interested in this sort of sentence? Because she's involved with the UAP stuff.
For sure, and Luna's an interesting name because that's
Uh-huh.
that's the formal name of our moon.
Oh, by the way, it also said it's equal distance, 70 times the distance from Earth to Moon is how close it'll get to 3i Atlas.
Yes, so
That's far.
We can't expect some really cool images, but what we can do is train scientific instruments on it and look at the outgassing material coming off of it. Because one thing it is doing that is odd is it's showing us a lot more carbon dioxide than typical interstellar comets or any comets. Which
But you said that could be because of its origin, where it was.
That's right. Because its origin in the galactic disk. Because our solar system is sort of in the plane of the galactic disk. So if it originated in the galactic disk somewhere, maybe it originated in an area rich in those materials.
Do you think, obviously, if Avi's involved, there'll be a peer. There's definitely going to be something done to release this publicly of any of the findings, right? I would assume. I would hope.
And of course, see, this is the thing. Okay, here's the thing people think. They think that NASA's always hiding secrets. NASA's doctoring photos. NASA this, NASA that. Does anyone realize that?
Oh my God!
The,
Oh,
what?
Tycho almost gave me a heart attack. He's seen a raccoon in the backyard. Go ahead. Oh my God, scared me. Go ahead.
Does anyone think that NASA has these empty or a bottomless pit of money to go and scrub millions of photographs
Right.
of alien life on the moon?
Right.
They don't have that money. And besides, they're not the ones that are scrubbing or even processing the photos. A whole other organization is doing that, and they don't have any interest in hiding that stuff. If it was there, it'd be great. It's the best. It's the
Oh
news.
my
You know, of
God.
mankind. I don't believe there's any conspiracies and cover-ups to hide aliens.
Check this out. Check this out. This somebody just put this link in chat. I got to look at the date. August 3rd. It was probably right after this came out. Sending Juno to investigate 3i Atlas, not a good idea. Ross Coulthart. He doesn't back sending NASA spacecraft to investigate. Who is he?
Well, you gotta read the article, see what Ross says. And he certainly didn't like the work I did on his egg video.
I'm not surprised.
Oh no, he didn't. He actually had some choice words, but you know what?
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, the bottom line is that I'm not going to compromise for anybody. I see something, I call it like I see it, and I let the data speak for itself. That fake video showing this thing hanging from a helicopter was a hoax.
Okay.
And
This is what it says. This is a quote from Ross.
Yeah.
I just don't think, from talking to many astronomers, that it's a good idea to go diverting existing spacecraft, for example, Juno in orbit around Jupiter, or suggesting these are necessarily alien probes with hostile intent. Now, that's end quote.
He's added, first of all, he made it clear what his capability was at the very first sentence. He said, I don't think. Well, there you go. That's all you need to know.
And then the article continues. Loeb cited the trajectory and speed of the object as reasons why it could be alien tech. However, he labeled his paper as a pedagogical. What is that? Pedagogical or thought exercise?
Pedagogical sort of thought exercise. Yes.
Okay. He also wrote on his blog that the most likely outcome by far is that Atlas is a completely natural interstellar object, probably a comet.
Yes, exactly. And it's actually a different size than Oumuamua and Borisov was, and so you know, it's actually unique as an interstellar object compared to the other two.
Okay, to continue, here's a quote. There's a frustration among a lot of people in science, including Professor Loeb, that not enough resources are going toward looking for other techno-signatures. End quote.
That's true.
Another quote. I think personally there is a lot of merit in the broad idea of what Professor Loeb is suggesting, which is that we do need to resource the investigation of so-called techno-signatures more rigidly. I agree with that, all of that.
Yeah, that's all very.
That's legit. That's legit right there.
That's legitimate. That's a very.
Yes.
It's a very clear goal that we should actually pursue.
Yes.
No doubt.
So, you know, and of course everybody has their right to their opinions. We know that. Oh, that's it. Oh my God, Mark, hold on. I gotta close this door. He's going crazy. He's freaking out. Do you hear him? He's going crazy over the raccoon outside. I gotta close the door. Get out. Oh my God, he almost gave me another heart attack. Anyway, go do your thing. I'm gonna let everybody know what the heck you're doing in an hour. And I'll keep you posted if I hear anything, because I'm going to make a contact with somebody tomorrow to see if they know anything. I'm going to put some feelers out. To see about if this looks like it's going to move forward. I think it will. They're saying that NASA's still debating whether they're going to do it or not. Yeah, you know, we know some people around DC that might know something or heard something. You know what I mean?
I do.
Anyway, go have a great stream. I'll let everybody know now what the heck is going on, and so they can go check you out.
Yeah, I stuck a TikTok short up there.
Oh, you did? Good.
I sent it to you as well.
Okay, I'll upload it to mine. Where did you send it? An email?
Yeah, no, it's in the Teams.
Okay, let me check it first before you hang up.
And then I did.
Because I could play it right now on this screen.
Oh, I did another 5. I did 5 more or so. But you know, it's just I let the AI figure out what sites would be to use, and it picks some pretty good spots. So
Yeah.
I picked about 30 videos, and I picked about 5.
Okay. Well, you made 5, or you all 5 spots?
No, I made 5 videos.
Oh, you did? Okay.
The AI did like 30 of them, so I had 30 technically. But I ended up picking 5 that were the best ones, and I took those.
Okay, I seen it. I just dropped this on. I'm downloading it now.
Yeah, it's the Trifid Nebula.
Yeah, I see it.
Really cool.
How long is it? Like 30 seconds?
It's like, I think this one's 1:28, but the other ones are all 30 seconds, 27 seconds.
All right, I'm going to hang up with you and share it on the screen.
Oh, cool.
All right, have fun tonight. Have a great stream, and I'll talk to you.
All right. Well, hey, you know, we will talk. Maybe.
This week for sure, or Wednesday if you do a show.
There's no reason you can't come into the stream, you know.
I know, but I don't know with all the stuff that's going on my screens. I could try later. I'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. It's because it's complicated because I'm sharing on TikTok. It's a lot going on here. It's easy to do if it was just me on one streaming platform, but I'm using OBS and I'm sharing that to TikTok. So there's a lot going on here. But yeah, he's going live at 11 p.m. Eastern. He's going to do his astronomy Sky Tour live stream. So like in an hour. If you want to go check it out, I would suggest you go to the website because there's a link there for it's up on the. I can't share the screen because I'll get hit. But just go to skytourlive.org or skytourlive.com. Pretty much the same thing. You can see where you can go see it. It's on TubeView, Sky Tour live stream, the Rumbler channel, Sky Tour live stream, on the Kiki one, same thing. So you can go watch it live. If you love astronomy, like astronomy, interested in astronomy, well, that's where you want to go. I don't mind if everybody leaves. I don't mind at all. Go enjoy it. I mean, that's what it's about. Community and helping each other. And this guy's just awesome. Enough said. You seen pieces of it last night. So go check out Sky Tour livestream. Just search for it. Do a search. You'll find it immediately, most likely. So, interesting stuff though with this atlas. It's. I'm finding it more interesting the more I find out little tidbits of information. Thank you, Nick, for that article from News Nation. Thank you, Amol, for the article, the Medium article, with this whole thing with Atlas and Avi. And to be honest, I agree with what Ross Coulthart said. And like Mark said, he agrees too. It's true. No more resources need to be put to that area of research for the possibility of technology. Anyway, KJ, I'm curious to know if you've been working on any of the music. I gotta see I'm just really curious. What are your plans? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, do the vocals over? I have no idea. That's why I'm curious. Oh, Tycho, don't start now, please. Really? I mean, really? You know why you want to go out? Because you want to see about the raccoon. I know what you're up to. You can't play that with me. I know exactly what you're up to. You want to go investigate that raccoon. That's what you want. That's the only reason you want to go outside. Not to go to the bathroom, not for all that, but because you want to see what's going on in the backyard with the raccoon. I know. But you gotta wait. I just heard something behind me. What's that? I just heard something, literally, behind me. That door's locked. Double bolt. That's a security screen door. That's not just a regular screen door. That's a security with a serious deadbolt that goes in pretty far. Get him. Go get him. Oh, I heard it again. Oh, come on. Tycho's... No. Wait. Well... Yes and no. I've been experimenting with what I'm going to do, but I haven't started. Okay. Well, there's no rush. There's no rush. Let's see what the video that Mark put up on his TikTok. I'm curious. All right. Wait. Come here. Come over here. Come here. Come over here. Get over here. I want to... See, he thinks I'm going to lift him up. Then he runs. He does not like to be lifted. That was a decoy. I just took him out a little while ago. Okay, let's see. It should pop up on this screen, maybe. All right, let's pause it. Let's see what Mark created. Let's put the volume up. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, and that's the Trifid Nebula. These three prominent lobes are actually up here in the foreground, and the ionized hydrogen is back here in the background, if you can see me down the lower left. So this ionized hydrogen is being eclipsed by these dark lanes in the foreground that actually get in the way of you seeing the nebula behind it. Yes, sirree. Mr. Django says, damn, that's beautiful. It is. Proficient, thank you. It says that looks amazing. It is pretty good. It's pretty good, there's no doubt. Alright, and since I waited long enough, I can get the 17th one. And we will now save exactly a scene. Okay. So, what I was telling you before. When we have 16 shots, alright, we have half as much noise as if we had only 8 shots. Alright. So with 17 shots, you know, we have half as much noise as when we had 8.5 shots, basically. Okay, now 9 shots. So we have half the noise that we'd have it with 9 photos. And you can see how nice this looks. You know? I gotta save it again. On all the latest and greatest. And I will save exactly a scene and get out of here before I start to do more. Okay, so there we are.
We will not repeat.
I went to my song. So he's gonna stop putting stuff up on TikTok. Mark is gonna stop putting up posts on TikTok. But he's gonna be live tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern. So go check it out. KJ, have you heard the new song yet? They heard it a few times. And Nick wants to know, did you reinstall Fortnite? I'm reading your messages that I should put the paper up on TikTok. It's public information. Yes, I agree. And hello to Buffy. He didn't reinstall it. No, he hasn't. I haven't. Oh, you haven't heard it. And no, he hasn't re-downloaded Fortnite. He hasn't heard the song and he hasn't re-downloaded Fortnite, Nick. So I think I texted you earlier today telling you that I wrote a song about Gen Z. Or hopefully it inspires Gen Z. Nick, what did you think of the song? You're Gen Z, aren't you? Yeah, you are. A mole is... Oh my God. I'm not even... Yeah, you are Gen Z. So, what did you think? Did you like it? Anyway, why don't we just play it again? You like the song, I think it sends a strong message. See? A mole is like, you can only imagine what a mole is saying about the song, right? Now, I forgot which is the version I like the most. And now I gotta do this all over again.
We are the parody. The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be.
Now there's actually it's actually three versions. I haven't heard the last one. That's my favorite version of the song so far that I wrote. But there's another one, and I haven't played it yet. And it would be the fourth one. This one, maybe. I'm curious.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point, literal or figurative. Swimming with the riptide, choosing the alternative.
Those decide on fate with no care or consequence. Dank smell of low tide, the odor seems ominous. Storm clouds around us. When will it recede? A glimmering sign of hope. Future we believe.
We will not repeat or ignore the past. The power of love, compromise at last. Division has fallen, unity has set us free. Never looking back. We are the past.
I like the other one better. And there's one other version. This one.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point, literal or figurative. Swimming with
Yeah, I get it. It's not your style. I mean, I could easily take. Do you want to see what it would sound like? Because I know you like hip hop. Could you imagine? I could make it easily right now. We could get like a hip hop version. I like that one and the first one. I do. But that's my vibe. That may not be anybody else's vibe, but it's what I created. That's what I like. But I could probably experiment with that. So what would you say? What would you say your style is, KJ? I'm curious. Because I'm gonna go now and put in a couple. Let's just experiment. Let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of song it generates. I gotta copy my lyrics though. If you want me to try. Okay, we have to take all this, copy my verse. Okay, copy. Where is Suno? Here. Create. What's going on? Okay, here we go. Paste. Title. Power of Z. Now I need the genres. Let's see what if he's putting anything in there. Freestyle. Okay. All right. I like old freestyle. All right. So, but forget about it. It's not going to determine beats per minute. It's not. So you're saying freestyle. What else? Be specific on genre. So freestyle. What else? Because that can create anything. That's very general. Usually I use a few when I create something. It's just not one thing. I'm putting a bunch of stuff together to make a song. So freestyle. What else? It's gotta be R&B fast. Oh, let me see. I like old school R&B. Like Marvin Gaye. I mean, oh my gosh. Teddy Pendergrass. But I'm old school. Maybe because I'm old? Oh my God. I'm old, don't you say a word. Okay, let's see. Freestyle. Oh man. Upbeat. R and B. I'm gonna put hip hop in there too. Hip hop. Let's see what happens. I'm so curious to see what it creates right now. We don't need this bright screen in my face. Let me put TikTok over here. And let's create a couple of samples. Could you imagine? I'm curious to see what it makes. It may not sound good.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point. Literal fear.
If I change it, that means I'm not feeling it.
We are the powers to be.
it's not flowing the way I want it to.
Oh, 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 yeah. The sun is rising over the roaring sea.
It's got to be faster.
Glimpse of our
I'm gonna
innocence.
take hip hop
We are
out.
the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point, literal or figurative. Swimming with the riptide, choosing the alternative.
Those decide our fate with no care or consequence. Dank smell of low tide, the odor seems ominous.
That's like real R&B, like it's slow.
Oh, yeah.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point, literal or figurative. Swimming with the riptide, choosing the alternative.
Those decide our fate with no care or consequence. Dank smell of low tide, the odor seems ominous.
Storm clouds around us, when will it recede?
A glimmering sign of hope, future we believe. We will not repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last.
I like it.
Division is falling, unity has set us free. Never looking back, we are the power of Z. Never looking back,
What's up,
we
Kathleen?
are the power of Z.
Communities of diversity, tolerant of all who dwell. Respecting opposite opinions, lifting voices of those who fell.
Pushed by ignorance,
Chilling
we
out.
will be heard.
Now you get to see what I do when I'm not working on the station.
Families and neighborhoods coexist in peace.
I like
No
this.
threat of hostility, misinformation has ceased.
Working on
I'm downloading it.
relations, communications, rebirth. Bringing the world together, harmonic frequencies on earth.
We will not repeat or ignore the past.
Oh, I like it.
Power of love, compromise at last. The division is falling, unity has set us free. Never looking back, we are the power of Z.
Oh my gosh, I like it. I just got done telling her she's gonna be getting my stuff. Really? I gotta call Linda. I can't believe I like this a lot, actually. So, Kathleen, I write lyrics to music. I already wrote versions of this song, but somebody in chat, didn't like, I get it. It does sound like Rihanna a little bit. It's crazy. But he put in like stuff he likes, freestyle, fast R&B. So I said, let me try. And that got created with my lyrics. And I'm liking it. I may need some apple juice tonight. Let me see the other ones, and then I'm going to stop. But I like that one.
Oh, 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 yeah. Yeah. The sun is rising over the roaring
Not
sea.
feeling that one compared. Too mellow.
The sun is rising
No way.
over.
Not like the other one. I'm gonna put dance. I'm not liking that either. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm really picky.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea.
If it doesn't grab me right away, it's not happening. This experiment's gonna end very soon.
The sun is rising over the roaring sea.
Oh my God, no. Maybe.
The sun is rising
Oh,
over the roaring sea. Glimpse of our innocence. We are the powers to be. Climate at a boiling point, literal, figurative. Swimming with the riptide, choosing the alternative.
I like all music. That's the problem.
With no care or consequence. Dank smell of low tide. The odor
Oh, I'm getting this one. This one's a keeper.
Storm clouds around us. When will it recede? A glimmering sign of hope. Future we believe.
Maybe not.
We will not repeat or ignore the past. Power of love, compromise at last. Division has fallen, unity has set us free. Never looking back. We are the power of Z. We are the power of Z.
See, it went downhill with the chorus. It just turned me off. But again, it's an experiment when you create music. It's like I've made hard like rock songs, even a country song, R&B. I've written all kinds of different music. I like to be different, change. I don't like to be stuck on one specific genre. I do not like that at all. Yeah, me too. My father's cousin is Fabian, who was a big singer back in the day. My uncle's cousin on the Puerto Rican side was one of the most famous guitar cuatro players on Puerto Rico, on the island. It's country. They call it jibaro music. It's music from the country in Puerto Rico. And I remember as a little kid, they would all sit around playing their guitars, singing, with all the different instruments going on. I used to love that. So I love all kinds of music. I remember I went to the techno house music stage, freestyle, like he mentioned in chat. I went through all that. But it's old school. Matter of fact, Amole, if you're still there, you need to jump into the Twitchyland one with Nick. Because I'm going to get off Facebook and YouTube. I want to hear music and I might drink some apple juice. Because it's only 10:30. And we might get into some music. I love Mom, the oldies. I like big band. Glenn Miller. It depends on, a person's age, influence. I don't know if you'll ever get me more into country music. I don't know if that will ever happen. I honestly, that's the one thing I never really. It's got to be up tempo, fast. It's got to be something that there's some songs of Alabama that I like. But I'm not. That was the one because I grew up a metalhead. Remember. That's like totally on the other scale. make a BandLab account? That's a good question. If Bill had time. Now, I've written guitar parts for songs, but they're just off the scale. They're too heavy. They're actually completely original. I have a lot of those. We need to get off TubeView and Bookface so I can continue this. So we're going to do that now, which is going to take me a minute. And I got to check the station, make sure everything's running right. All right, let's say goodbye. I have to go to the TubeView. Let's say goodbye to those platforms, Bookface and TubeViews. This way we can have the freedom of playing what we want to hear. Nick doesn't have to worry about that. I made some awesome chili tonight with rice. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. All because of Jim in chat. He's the one that did this to me today. I was gonna make meatloaf. Then he brought up chili, and I said, you know what? That sounds good to me. All right, we're ending on one of the TubeViews now. Have a great night on one of them. Okay, that one's done. Now we gotta go to the other TubeView. There are 2 running. See, I'm open to hear all music. I just gotta like it. It's gotta catch. I gotta feel it. Like I would do on the drums or guitar. I could break out my guitar right now and play metal. Very easily. Not that I'm going to. I'm just saying I could. All right, we're done there. Now we gotta go to Bookface.